It's Christmas. You wake up early in the morning, refreshed and excited for what's to come. You just finished midterms and you're excited to see what's under the Christmas tree. As you rush over, you see a small present. It's video game sized. You're thinking, holy shit, Santa got me the new Elden Ring DLC. You unwrap the present, anticipating the one thing you've wanted the entire year, and wait a second. This isn't Elden Ring. You just got a molded pile of shit, and now it's all over your hands. The molded poop metaphor applies to every game I've played just for this video. In this episode, I'm reviewing 4 terrible Steam games just so you don't have to play them. Be sure to smash like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's begin. As the AAA gaming industry grows greedier and greedier by the day, the quality of world-renowned titles like Call of Duty and Battlefield diminishes even more. The current state of FPS gaming leaves something to be desired. However, in 2016, one game rose from the ashes, guiding the shooter genre back to its former glory, almost like a messiah. The game is called Mortos. From high-octane gameplay to advanced lighting graphics, Mortos is guaranteed to have you coming back for more. And if the flashlight isn't enough to satisfy you, the game offers you night vision. Beautiful. In all seriousness, this game is a real piece of shit. Mortos is just COD Zombies without anything that makes COD Zombies a good game. Mortos gives you 5 seconds to memorize all these controls before placing you in probably the darkest arena ever. You get to fight 3 types of enemies: regular zombies, spiders, and pregnant zombies. The weapons are all generic, letting you choose between an assault rifle, a shotgun, and a knife. The assault rifle is the best gun in the game, but because you'll run out of ammo eventually, you're forced to use the other 2 weapons. This game has a serious issue with hit reg, making the knife basically useless, and the shotgun a gambling addict's favorite item. The map variety is also weak. Although there are technically 4 maps, 2 of them are just nighttime versions of the other 2. I couldn't be bothered less checking them all out, so let's just move on to the next game. The next game we're going to be looking at is the perfect example of an overly ambitious developer trying to create something far beyond his level. It's a game that tried to be the next big action-adventure RPG, and failed beyond reasonable doubt. An unfinished game, The Sacred Stone, is still available for purchase 8 years later, for sale. The game starts by showing you a 2-minute long cutscene with no coherence whatsoever, but really, the creator just did this to glaze himself throughout the intro credits. Jason Welch, of course. Oh, wait, that's actually a different person. Abysmal graphics aside, the cutscene does a terrible job of actually introducing you to the game, and when you're placed in a grassy area, you're forced to fight 2 skeletons without any tutorial whatsoever. Thankfully, all you have to do is spam left click to win. Holy fuck, everything about this game is bad! From the confusing UI to the ear-numbing sound effects. Ugh. Walking down the trail, I find more skeletons to fight. Killing them with ease, I thought this game was going to be a piece of cake, but when I encountered an ogre, I realized I couldn't be any more wrong. This ogre is literally unkillable. No matter how many times I slashed his legs, it seemed to do no damage. After fighting for 30 seconds, the boss killed me, and then the game crashed. I thought this was a massive skill issue on my part, but after a few more retries, I realized this game actually had nothing going for it. Nothing I did to the ogre seemed to do anything, and I was unable to progress the game any further. But I should have known this would happen because the top of the screen has a "not the final product build" message that was written way back in 2018. Damn, I can only imagine what this game could have been like. Anyway, next game. A common trend I've noticed among indie games is that the developers will try to create some sort of deeper meaning behind their mediocre game. People will put more effort into creating intricate lore for their own games than actually making them good, and no game perfectly demonstrates this as well as however the fuck you pronounce the title of this game. Hippocampal? The White Sofa. According to the description of this game on Steam, Hippocampal is a satiric contemplative game. Satiric because we are mocking the hero, game characters, movies, comic books, and video games we liked, and also the ones you like. Contemplative because you just have to walk through this world to understand how it works. I love how the store page doesn't actually say what the game's about, but does the game do a good job of being satiric and contemplative? Let's find out. The game starts by showing you an astronaut falling from the sky while having a seizure. I know what you're thinking. Tim, why did you cut out the rest of the cutscene? That's because I didn't. That's literally the entire cutscene. After the cutscene, you're placed in what looks like a lobotomy patient's worst nightmare. This is what the game actually looks like. Holy sensory overload. This environment makes no sense, and the sounds make me want to curl up in a ball and cry it all out. But the game is supposed to be contemplative, right? It's not. The character controls are just as awful. The player moves at such a snail's pace that my great-grandma could beat him in a race. The game doesn't even tell you what you're supposed to do, and it was only when I accidentally bumped into a shovel that I figured out I was supposed to interact with random objects across the map. Every time you collect a random item, this cutscene plays. After 30 minutes of doing jack shit, collecting random items and losing brain cells, I was able to complete the level and see yet another cutscene of the astronaut crashing out. There isn't really much else to say about this game. Yeah, there are multiple levels, but they all consist of you flying at a wheelchair speed, collecting random items, and watching cutscenes that don't actually tell a story. But the game is supposed to be satiric, right? It's not. It's fucking not. I guess, in a way, Hippocampal is a satire of itself. This game is the butt of its own joke, and not in a good way. The developer didn't even try to parody anything, just code vomited several scripts together to make this pathetic excuse of a game that doesn't fucking tell anything. If you've ever wanted to play a game simulating a lobotomy, then Hippocampal, The White Sofa, is the right game for you, costing only $5. Otherwise, let's move on. The archetype is what happens when a developer fails to properly represent mental illness in a video game. Like the other games, this one has a serious issue with level design and good narrative. The game starts by placing you in a decrepit mansion, of course without telling you what you're supposed to do. You play as 9-year-old Archie, and holy fuck, look at how many emotion meters there are. Fear, despair, anxiety, libido. Wait. Isn't this kid 9 years old? Anyway, envy, jealousy, sadness, anger, aggression, guilt, depression, solitude, suicide, neurosis, psychosis, and homicide. This is literally how a self-proclaimed Sigma male thinks their life is like. You could easily condense this into like 4 emotions and remove libido, and then that would make the game much, much better than horseshit. When I walked up the stairs, I found a room opened the door, and was greeted by 40-year-old James Charles. Just kidding, that's actually Archie's dad. He proceeded to chase me down, so being the scared little boy I am, I hid under his bed. And then he died, for whatever reason. Unclear of what I was supposed to do next, I explored the mansion further. After encountering strange-looking demons, I eventually found myself in a room with an ominous-looking note, reading, "You and your sisters deserved what you got. I'm sorry he didn't kill you too, but that can always be fixed. You have nowhere to run, and no one is coming to help. Make your peace, you worthless piece of shit. Love, Mom." Wow, thanks, Mom! I then proceeded to be chased by an ugly-looking woman. Oh, wait, that's actually just Archie's mom. I couldn't tell if this was supposed to be a jump scare or a chase sequence, as the mom was struggling to enter her own room. As she chased me down, I was unable to find a way to lose her. It seemed like there was no way to escape my impending doom. However, after I found a gun, I knew it was all over for her. I grabbed the gun and... oh, I just shot myself. Damn. I was actually disappointed in how this game ended, as the reviews for it on Steam are actually surprisingly mixed. But I should have known by the fact that the mouse cursor isn't even hidden that this would be a heaping pile of garbage. Good riddance. And here we have it. From games that try so hard to not be a pile of crap, to games that accept it and still sell themselves on Steam, those were 4 bad Steam games that you should absolutely never in your entire life play. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It will only motivate me to make videos even more. I've been busy with college a lot over the years, but I have many videos planned out and I'm more than excited to record and edit each and every one of them. So if you like this style of content, or if you want to see me try something else, please leave a comment below. Thank you, and have a blessed day.